Sextus Julius Frontinus, Stratagems, Book 1. Since I alone of those interested in military science have undertaken to reduce its rules to system, and since I seem to have fulfilled that purpose so far as pains on my part could accomplish it, I still feel the obligation, in order to complete the task I have begun, to summarize in convenient sketches the adroit operations of generals, which the Greeks embrace under the one name Stratagemata. For in this way commanders will be furnished with specimens of wisdom and foresight, which will serve to foster their own power of conceiving and executing like deeds. There will result the added advantage that a general will not fear the issue of his own stratagem, if he compares it with experiments already successfully made. I neither ignore nor deny the fact that historians have included in the compass of their works this feature also, nor that authors have already recorded in some fashion all famous examples. But I ought, I think, out of consideration for busy men, to have regard to brevity. For it is a tedious business to hunt out separate examples scattered over the vast body of history, and those who have made selections of notable deeds have overwhelmed the reader by the very mass of material. My effort will be devoted to the task of setting forth, as if in response to questions, and as occasion shall demand, the illustration applicable to the case in point. For having examined the categories, I have in advance mapped out my campaign, so to speak, for the representation of illustrative examples. Moreover, in order that these may be sifted and properly classified according to the variety of subject matter, I have divided them into 3 books. In the first are illustrations of stratagems for use before the battle begins. In the second, those that relate to the battle itself and tend to effect the complete subjugation of the enemy. The third contained stratagems connected with sieges and the raising of sieges. Under these successive classes, I have grouped the illustrations appropriate to each. It is now without justice that I shall claim indulgence for this work, and I beg that no one will charge me with negligence if he finds that I have passed over some illustration. For who could prove equal to the task of examining all the records which have come down to us in both languages? And so I have purposely allowed myself to skip many things. That I have not done this without reason, those will realize who read the books of others treating of the same subject, but it will be easy for the reader to supply those examples under each category. For since this work, like my preceding ones, has been undertaken for the benefit of others, rather than for the sake of my own renown, I shall feel that I am being aided rather than criticized by those who will make additions to it. If there prove to be any persons who take an interest in these books, let them remember to discriminate between strategy and stratagems, which are by nature extremely similar. For everything achieved by a commander, be it characterized by foresight, advantage, enterprise, or resolution, will belong under the head of strategy, while those things which fall under some special type of these will be stratagems. The essential characteristic of the latter, resting as it does on skill and cleverness, is effective quite as much when the enemy is to be evaded as when he is to be crushed. Since in this field certain striking results have been produced by speeches, I have set down examples of these also, as well as of deeds. Types of stratagems for the guidance of a commander in matters to be attended to before battle. On concealing one's plans, on finding out the enemy's plans, on determining the character of the war, on leading an army through places infested by the enemy, on escaping from difficult situations, on laying and meeting ambushes while on the march, how to conceal the absence of the things we lack or to supply substitutes for them, on distracting the attention of the enemy, on quelling a mutiny of soldiers, how to check an unceasable demand for battle, how to arouse an army enthusiasm for battle, on dispelling the fears inspired in soldiers by adverse omens. Thank you for watching. My name is Mao, and this is Alia Yacta Est.